Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to our second episode of Late Night VAR. Yes, sir. My take is, if Bafana Bafana wins, we still shouldn't let that person slide. Whoever's responsible for the yellow cards and checking who's suspended, etc., there needs to be repercussions. And I'd like to extend my heartfelt emotions to the Minister of Arts and Culture and Sports, Gayton McKenzie. Who is responsible? Yeah, that name. But who is responsible for checking the yellow cards? Because, Minister, I think we need to hold such people accountable. Such people need to be held accountable because we're in this situation because of them. But now, here's my next question now. On to the FIFA World Cup now, 2026. Do you think South Africa, should they qualify, are going to be a threat in the tournament? Are we going to be one of those African teams that actually make it into the knockout phases? Benin are 2 points ahead, yes. So if Benin draw against Nigeria and South Africa fails to win, or at least, if they fail to win, we will not qualify. So we are fully behind the Super Eagles because, they are our brothers. They always take our women sometimes, because, we share women. Come on, boy. And if you have what it takes as a female co-host, a beautiful female co-host, by the way. I'm going to emphasize on beauty because it's very important. We can't have a female co-host. Okay, yes, because, people are... I believe that there are female co-hosts out there who know a lot about ball. I know who I have in mind, but I'm not going to say it because I don't want to flatter her. But anyways, send an email in the link in the description below, even on the screen. Send an email to us and let us cook. Let us do something special. Let us create some magic. Not that magic, but magic. Ball magic. You understand? Because I'm taken. But anyways... Aha! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to our second episode of Late Night VAR. Yes, sir. As we were here, we did our first episode and it was a success. So this is Late Night VAR, the only VAR call that you will actually enjoy. Today's a very tough day, man. As I'm recording this, today's a very, very tough day. I won't lie. The episode will have dropped by then. Obviously, as you know, Bafana Bafana is playing against Rwanda. Yeah. We're playing against Rwanda at home, and it's a very, very important game. It's a must-win game, ladies and gents. As you know, we only have one shot, one game, one shot to qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup that's happening in the United States, Canada, and Mexico as well. I think it's Mexico. You please fact check that for me, ne? So ladies and gents, today is a very important day. I don't know. By the time this drops, hopefully we will have qualified. But I just want to talk about the permutations that are there. Nigeria playing Benin as well in our group. And it's a very important game because Benin are currently number 1 in the league table. So Benin only need a draw. So they need a draw and hope that South Africa loses as well. But actually, no. Benin are 2 points ahead, yes. So if Benin draw against Nigeria and South Africa fails to win, or at least, if they fail to win, we will not qualify. So we are fully behind the Super Eagles because, they are our brothers. They always take our women sometimes, because, we share women. Come on, boy. So we are fully behind Nigeria, man, because should Nigeria beat Benin and South Africa wins against Rwanda, at least score 2 or more goals, we will qualify. But I want to talk about the importance of this because we are here in this situation again of which we could have avoided. We could have avoided because we were in the clear, we were leading in the group stages, in the qualifying games. And once again, South Africa being South Africa, Bafana Bafana being Bafana Bafana, someone failed to check the yellow cards of Teboho Mokoena. I don't understand how we can let that happen at this level, at such a huge level. At such a huge level, I don't understand how we could let such a thing happen. Who is responsible for checking yellow cards? Because honestly speaking, I feel like that person should be fired. We shouldn't be having these conversations because by now we would have qualified at least by drawing against Rwanda or even the previous game against Zimbabwe. We wouldn't have, like, it wouldn't be a must-win game. So who is responsible for checking yellow cards? Because this is irresponsible at such a high level. 2026 World Cup qualifiers and you still can't check a player that is suspended, a player that is not supposed to be on the field. And yet we have to take out calculators again. Again, we have to calculate and check, or okay, now if we win, or if this team loses, or if this team beats this one, why do we have to go through this as South Africans each and every time when we have to qualify for the World Cup? We have to go through these things. We need to stand up as a nation and ask the right questions to Safa, to Denny Jordan, who is the head of Safa, the president of Safa. And we need to find answers as to who is responsible for checking these things, because we cannot let this go. We really cannot, because now we are in this situation. We don't know whether we're going to qualify or not. And should we not qualify? Should we not qualify? What are the consequences for that person who was responsible for checking the yellow cards and who's suspended, who's supposed to play, who isn't supposed to play? Because I could question also Hugo Bruce. You the manager, you the coach. So you and your team, coach, who is responsible for checking on who's suspended or not? Because we are in this situation because of the entire team. I don't want to blame it on an individual because it could be a collective. We are in this situation again. We have to take out calculators now and check, or okay, if Nigeria beats Benin, sharp, or it's a whole lot of work. Like we have to go through it's a mixture of emotions. Yeah, I'm even out of breath because, I can't take it, man. As a football fan, as a South African, I can't take it because I think we've been playing very well. And kudos to the players because they've been doing very well. But I want to talk about the game against Zim. We should have won that game. And I don't know how we failed to win that game. And as solid as Zimbabwe were, like, defensively, I think we have enough attacking talent to penetrate and at least score a goal, one goal, and get those 3 points. But we failed to do so at home, a home game. But it's a home game for Zim as well because, they are a neighboring country. But, come on, man, we're at home, but we failed. We failed. And even our TLB now got a red card because of emotions. I just don't know what to say at this point because I'm really, really disappointed. I have a mixture of emotions because I don't know, man. Should we not qualify? I don't know how I'm going to feel because I was hoping I could get my visa done at least and then I'll see Donald Trump next year or something. Yeah, but now we have to go through these things and guys. No. But, okay, the permutations are, let me explain the permutations clearly. Benin are currently first in the group with 17 points. Second is Bafana Bafana with 15 points. Nigeria are sitting third with 14 points. Can you please fact check that for me, ne? Because I know we're still starting, but we want to speak facts here. Not like other podcasts, but we're speaking facts here, So, we're currently sitting second with 15 points. And we need to win. It's a must-win game. We cannot afford to draw this game. I can't even emphasize this enough because we need to win this game and score at least 3 goals, 4 goals, 5 goals because I feel like goal difference will play a huge role, a huge factor. Because should Benin draw, should they draw, No. But actually, we're 2 points behind. We're only 2 points behind. So should they draw, they're on 18 points. Oh, yeah. We could be level on points if they draw. But now the goal difference will play a huge factor in this. So you can tell me, my brother, what's the goal difference there? I'll have to say whatever he says because, today there's a shortage of equipment. But we're still starting. Ladies and gents, yeah? Benin, what's the goal difference? What's their GD? So Benin is 5. Plus 5. Yeah. Their goal difference is plus 5. Benin is plus 5. South Africa is plus 3. Our goal difference is plus 3. Oh yes. Sorry guys, I still have to. I've trust issues. My fact checker is not professional fact checker, but yeah. Nigeria's +3 as well, and they're sitting on 14 points. Ah, we are on 15, and Benin is on 17. So you can see how tight this group is, ladies and gents, because we're in this situation because of someone who failed to check the yellow cards, someone who failed to play their role. You understand? And I don't know, I can question the coach and ask who's responsible for this and that, but we're currently here, and that doesn't matter anymore. What matters is the game that we're going to play. You understand? So my take is, if Bafana Bafana wins, we still shouldn't let that person slide. Whoever's responsible for the yellow cards and checking who's suspended, etc., there needs to be repercussions. And I'd like to extend my heartfelt emotions to the Minister of Arts and Culture and Sports, Gayton McKenzie. Who is responsible? Yeah, that name. But who is responsible for checking the yellow cards? Because, Minister, I think we need to hold such people accountable. Such people need to be held accountable because we're in this situation because of them. It's no use crying and saying, well, Nigeria scored using a hand, because there is no VAR. It's known. There is no VAR except here. We are the VAR. Oh, the question is, the question is, do we also blame the player? I don't think we can blame the player, bro. Because the player, remember, he is just a player. Mokoena received a yellow card. He received a yellow card and was not sent off. But the yellow card meant that he's suspended because he accumulated like a lot of yellow cards during the qualifiers. So obviously he is not to blame because he plays a lot of games for the national team and the club as well. So I cannot put the onus on him and say, well, Mokoena, you should have remembered, or you're on a yellow card or you're suspended, because there are a lot of games that took place even after that game, the Lesotho game. There were a lot of games that happened, and there were AFCON qualifiers, so they played a lot of international games in between. So I cannot blame the player because a player only does what he's called to do. If I'm called up on the national team, of course I will not decline. I will gladly play for my badge and for my country. And I will say, well, let me play for my country. But someone is responsible for the yellow cards, and it's not the player. So I cannot blame the player. The player is not at fault. You understand? So I have questions for the Safa president, Denny Jordan, or Mr. Denny Jordan, just to be respectful. Who is responsible for the accumulation of yellow cards and checking who's suspended, who's supposed to play, who isn't supposed to play? Because we're in this situation and we cannot allow this to happen in future. Because we cannot allow such careless mistakes to happen over and over at such a high level. You understand? But it's interesting, man. Yeah, so by the time this drops, the games will have played, and my 2 cents is, I think, and I hope and I pray that South Africa will have qualified, and I think we are going to win, or we're winning, by 3-1 or 3-0. Because we also talk about, we have to talk about our suspended player in TLB Mbogazi. Solid defender, who plays alongside, it's either CBC or Ngezana or, whoever he pairs up with. But he's a crucial player at the back and is currently suspended because he got a red card in our previous game against Zim. And I'm just hopeful that at the end, it does not affect us as much. But I think my prediction, and I can give my prediction right now, with the faith and belief that I have in the current squad, with the players that we have in Sipombule, we have Debo Mokoena, we have Obas in the middle. Our midfield is solid enough to contain Rwanda. I think we have good enough players in the middle. And our creative player in Sipombule as well. We have Oswunapolis. There are players who are a serious threat and who can cause, danger for the opposition team. I think, given the factors that I just pointed out, I think we are going to win by 3-1 at least. And that is my hope, because we need goals. That means points. So I think by the time this will have dropped, we will have won by 3-1. But now, here's my next question now. On to the FIFA World Cup now, 2026. Do you think South Africa should they qualify, are going to be a threat in the tournament? Are we going to be one of those African teams that actually make it into the knockout phases? Are we going to be one of the African teams to do so? Because given the talent that we have, I haven't seen such talent in a long time. I haven't seen such talent in a long time. Apart from the days Sabo Teko Modise, Katle Khompela, we had Bospiwe Shabalala, 2010, but we were let down by the management and of course a whole lot of factors. Defensively, we had problems, but I don't want to name and shame the legends because they let us down during that tournament when we were the hosts. And by the way, guys, the last time we qualified for the World Cup, qualification, not by hosting, but the last time we qualified for the World Cup, can you guess? When was it? Can you guess? Don't look at your phone, just guess. Nah. Producer, you guys are not tapped in, eh? Bafana Bafana has let you down so many times. Don't check your phone, my brother. Yeah? 2002 was the last time we actually qualified for the World Cup. 2002. And given the talent that we have, it's so disappointing hearing such a thing because I believe that our football standard in Africa is great. I think we have one of the best leagues in Africa, but we can still improve and become one of the best leagues in the world. But in terms of attracting your other African players, your Western African players, your Eastern African players, we have the capability. But can we do more as the league in attracting the Northern African players, your Egyptians, your Algerians, your Moroccans, your Tunisians? Because I believe that we have such a great league for us not to qualify for the World Cup. It doesn't make any sense because we have such great talent. We have great talent, but we haven't qualified in such a very long time. 2002, that is embarrassing. Those are poor statistics given the quality that we have. So my question will be posed, obviously, once again, to the South African Football Association, SAFA. What are the necessary precautions, or what are the steps that we're taking in ensuring that we qualify for your World Cup? We did well in the AFCON qualifiers because we did it without a hassle. We qualified for the Africa Cup of Nations, which we'll be playing in December, January. We have done well in that aspect. But the World Cup, the serious one, the big tournament, the biggest football tournament in you could argue, what are the steps that we're taking in ensuring that come 2030? Yeah, 2030, because 2026 is like literally next year. But come 2030, what can we do to ensure that we're not in this position again? Because I feel we're coming along very well, but because of someone who's careless, and I cannot let it go, guys, I'm sorry. You can tell or I hold grudges sometimes, it depends. But yeah, I cannot let it go. So we need to take steps, and I'm questioning SAFA at this point. What are the steps that we're going to take? Are we going to implement VAR as well? Should we implement VAR? Because, yeah, I'm also waiting on the answer from our beloved Minister of Sports, Agriculture, Gayton McKenzie. I'm still waiting for answers. When are we going to also introduce the VAR in South African football? Because, yeah, we're in this position, I think, against Nigeria. We should have won that game. Obviously, that handball. And also, I think FIFA, in a way, is also harsh towards us because we've been in a situation where we were accused of match fixing, and then we had to replay the game against Senegal. I remember we had to replay the game. But why couldn't we replay the game against Nigeria as well? Why couldn't we replay the game where clearly Calvin Bassey scored using his arm? And it was clear he scored using his arm. We were leading by 1-0. We could have won that game, and we wouldn't be in this position again. So do you think, right there at home, do you think FIFA is a bit harsh as well towards us? Despite our careless mistakes, yes, we flopped there, but do you think FIFA are a bit harsh in their call not to replay the game against Nigeria? But also, did South Africa appeal to FIFA for that handball? Because those are the questions that you need to ask. Did we appeal? Did SAFA appeal for that handball that they scored against us, against Nigeria, the very same Nigeria that I'll be supporting tonight. I'll be praying, I'll be fasting, I'll be doing everything. Do you think we should have appealed and we should have had at least a replay or something? Do you understand? So yeah, man. Back to the question that I posed earlier. Do you think South Africa stand a chance in the tournament in being a threat? Are we going to make it past through the group phases? Are we going to make it past to the knockout stages? And which African country as well, while on that context, which African country poses a threat? Because I'm watching Egypt, and yes, they did well. They qualified, doing well in their group. I mean, they've won most of their games without a hassle, and they already qualified. Cape Verde also qualified for the first time for the FIFA World Cup. Morocco as well. So there are plenty other countries. I think Ghana as well. Maybe you can fact check that for me. But there are countries in Africa that have qualified. But the criticism that we have for African countries in such tournaments, they don't normally progress past the group stage, or normally they're knocked out in the round of 16. Why can we not see an African country progressing further into the knockout stages, into the quarterfinals, your semifinals, and possibly the final as well? Because we have many African countries, especially the North African countries, who have players who play in European leagues, players who play in the EPL, players who play in the La Liga, the French League, Ligue 1, the Serie A. Why can we not have our African countries playing further, much further in the tournament, your quarterfinals, your semifinals? That's a question that we need to pose as Africans. Why don't we have countries that progress further into your knockout stages? So, yeah, that's the question that I have for you guys at home. And also, do you think South Africa or Bafana Bafana, should they qualify? Or we have qualified, because this will have dropped, but we have qualified. Do you think we will make it further into the knockout stages? So I need you guys to think on that. And yeah, man, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. I'm excited as well about the Africa Cup of Nations. I have a question for my ghost guy here. He doesn't have a mic today, so please, I will have to obviously say everything that he says on the mic. So please bear with me, guys. What do you think of the AFCON? Are you excited that we've qualified? Of course, we're already in the AFCON. We're in the same group as Egypt, same group as Zimbabwe as well. Our beloved neighbors, I think, yeah, we're always in the same group. Yeah, at this point, we are always like this. Mdara! Yeah. So, yeah. Are you excited? Do you think we can progress further in the tournament, or we could? The standard of play that we have right now. Yeah. I think we have a good chance to go further in the tournament. Yeah, we have a good chance. But I'm not really excited about the AFCON. I want the World Cup. The World Cup. Or the ghost guy, what he's essentially saying is he thinks he's positive. He's positive, but he wanted the World Cup. He wants us to focus on the World Cup. You understand? My other ghost guy, you are more into your Africa Cup of Nations and Bafana Bafana. What do you think of the entire tournament, bro?
Considering the last AFCON,
Okay.
we went to the semi-final.
Semifinals against Nigeria. We were in the semis against Nigeria, yes.
We went out via penalties.
Yeah.
For this one, I'm really excited for this one.
You're excited for this one?
To see the performance
Yeah.
and the players as well. So I think this one is gonna be exciting, and I think it's gonna be at Morocco.
Yeah. Morocco are the hosts for the upcoming AFCON. Yes, yeah.
So yeah, let's see.
Okay, so essentially what my other coast guy says, he's very excited, he's positive. We're going to do well in this tournament. And yeah, because we were out in the semis against Nigeria, the Super Eagles, of course. Very tough team to play against, given the quality of players they possess. But he's very much positive, right now, because of the quality that we also possess as South Africa, as Bafana Bafana. We also possess good quality players. So he believes that we can progress further. So does that mean we'll make it into the final, my brother? Or what do you think? Uh,
I hope we do make it to the final. Considering the quality of players that we have, I have so much faith and belief in Hugo Bruce
okay.
with his tactical team.
Yeah.
I think we stand a good chance making it to
Okay, so he just said we stand a good chance making it into the final. Please pardon us, we don't have mics. At least today it's just a condition. They stole one of the equipments now. I don't know what happened, but like, forward we go, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. That includes Bafana Bafana. We are progressing to the World Cup. So yes, he thinks we will make it into the final. And I'm also positive, man. I really am. For the first time, I believe that this current generation of players are going to make us proud. They are going to make us proud because I can tell you, even in the previous generation, Asia, but I don't want to mention names, they would break our hearts more than actually girls would do. Bafana Bafana would break your heart, man. You would wish what it was your girl who broke your heart, but Bafana Bafana would break our hearts, bro. I remember the game against Sierra Leone where we drew 0-0 and we celebrated. And then we were told we have yellow cards or something. That heartbreak, imagine that heartbreak. It was more painful than a heartbreak of a relationship. Of course, when you're a football fan, my chat is this current generation, I believe they are going to make us proud. Sipho Mbule, we have to talk about him, bro. Such a talented player. Playing for my favorite team, or my team, of course, Orlando Pirates. I'm a Buccaneer for life, if you guys didn't know. But Sipho Mbule, man, such a talent, bro. Such a great talent. I believe that, and we even have Borile Mfukeng, who's currently out on injury. Of course, he's unavailable, but should we qualify for the World Cup? I think that's a big stage for him also to prove himself, to show the world that we have talented and skillful players like him. His decision-making, a young player like him, he can also play in Europe. So we have Mfukeng, we have Oswin Apollos, we have Mbogazi. Of course, I'm naming Orlando Pirates players. You guys may think I'm biased. But we have Duduzi Shabalala, if it makes Kaizer Chiefs fans happy, because I believe he should be playing in the squad as well. Just about the only player that I rated, Kaizer Chiefs. But I'm just saying, we have talented players, and these are young players. So we're clearly stepping towards the right direction by playing young players. We're not reliant on your 35-year-olds. We had, no disrespect to the legends, but we used to play with older players back then. But now, we're relying on young players, and that's a step in the right direction in this game of football. So, this generation is going to make us proud, man. I have no doubt. Producer, I need to breathe now, ne? This is a podcast, so this is authentic. I need to breathe now. Yeah. By the way, guys, we have guests in studio, beautiful ladies. Even my own woman is here. So it's tough. I'm doing this show in front of my woman. Yo! I just needed a sip of water. I think I need another one. Yeah. It's not alcohol, it's not gin, it's nothing. It's water, because 25. Pushed. 25 minutes in speaking solo. By the way, we're in search of a female co-host. If you know you have what it takes, drop us an email. It's in the link in the description below. A female co-host, a beautiful female co-host, of course, because we want to attract, an audience. A female co-host who has football brains, ball knowledge, because I believe there are beautiful women out there who know a lot about football. There are women out there who know a lot about football, bro. There's one I'm thinking of, but I won't say because it's going to flatter her. But I'm just... I'll tell you guys if she's the one that's going to make it here. But we're in search of a female co-host. If you know what it takes, if you know you have what it takes, just drop an email in the link in the description below, the Late Night VAR, and just know we'll be seated here and we'll be having guests. We'll be talking to the likes of Teko Modise. Junior, no, not him. But maybe him. We can have the likes of Junior Kanyemo. We need such brains. Yeah? We need him here. Yeah? Dr. Kumalo. Yeah? DK. We need Mr. Lucas Radebe. You understand? People who have knowledge in the game. I'm curious to have a conversation with actually one of the legends because they are the last ones, if I'm not mistaken. You'll correct me if I'm wrong. I need a fact checker. They are the last ones to win the AFCON. back in 1996, if I'm not mistaken. And I need your Eric Tinklers, we're going to have a conversation with such people because these are people who were there, who have lived the experience. And I believe we stand a good chance this year in actually winning the AFCON. So it would be great actually having an interview with such people because I believe that they will explain, they will let us know what it's like to be a part of a team that has won the AFCON. You understand? So if you know you have what it takes as a female co-host, drop an email and let's create some magic. Of course, but not that kind of magic. Because I know you guys, not that kind of magic, but ball magic, you understand? So, yeah. On to European football now. I want to talk about my favorite strikers in the world again. In Erling Haaland. You know, Haaland, who bagged a hat-trick again, which is no surprise, by the way, because, you know, that's what he does. You know, Erling has scored a shocking, I think you guys must fact check this, a shocking, I think, 18 or 21 goals. I think it's 18 or 21 goals in 11 games for club and country this season, plus 3 assists as well. Now, you tell me, 18 in 11 games, plus 3 assists. You tell me if that is normal. Name me a better number 9 right now. And I still argue, name me a better number 9 right now. And out of those 18 goals, guess what? He's only scored 1 penalty. 1 penalty out of those 18 goals. Whereas when I look at your Harry Kanes, they have 6 penalties scored. I think Kane has scored, 17 goals or something this season so far. And he has scored 6 penalties. Kylian Mbappe has also scored, 15 or I don't know how many goals. But you can fact check that for me. But he has also scored like your 6 penalties as well. Now, we're talking about a classic number 9 here, who plays for Man City, of course. I'm wearing the wrong jersey today. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I got this as a gift. And every time I have to explain myself when wearing this T-shirt, this is not the team I support. But as a football fan, I'm just a football fan. But this was a gift from a friend. So before you guys come at me and say, yeah, how can you support Man City and support Real Madrid at the same time? This is not my team, guys. This is not my team. But I'm a football fan. I'm a football fan. But yeah, name me a better number 9 because I cannot think of a number 9 right now currently that is doing so well like Erling is. Can you think of another number 9 that is doing so well? Harry Kane. Okay, my ghost guy says Harry Kane because this guy is a hater. He supports Chelsea, by the way. I don't even think they have a proper striker right now. I mean, João Pedro. Come on, man. João Pedro. We have, who's this? Gareth Jackson is still your player, but he's on loan. Yeah, so I can't be having such conversations with Chelsea fans right now at the moment because I'm talking about the best number 9 in the world. Can you name another number 9 currently that is doing so well? Because the statistics speak for themselves. You know, you're checking the number of goals, the number of assists, because not only is he a goal-scoring machine, but he also assists as well. Can you name a number 9 that is all-round? Because the last player I can think of right now, a goal-scoring machine, I can think of, in his prime, of course, is Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, I get it, he played center forward before you guys come for me and say there's Lionel Messi. You know, Messi has the... I know about Lionel Messi. He's a special player. Of course, I'm not going to involve him in this conversation because... yeah, Messi is just Messi, you know. But Cristiano Ronaldo as well, given the statistics and the number of goals that he has scored. Do you think, with the rate that Erling is going in right now, and I think I posed this question in the previous episode, is he going to break Cristiano Ronaldo's record, the Champions League record? Is he going to break the Cristiano Ronaldo Champions League record? Haaland. Oh, you can put Mbappe in that conversation as well. Yeah.
It's possible with the way he's played right now, averaging 2 goals a game. It's possible.
Who averages 2 goals a game? Oh, yeah. Haaland, yeah.
Because right now Mbappe has 9 goals.
He has how many goals? Oh,
Only has 9 goals.
9 goals
In 8 games.
in 8 games. Okay. I was wondering what his overall goals are in the Champions League for Mbappe. Um, I don't think is he reached 60? Nah, I doubt it. I doubt it. 60 goals. But you can correct me if I'm wrong, man. I'm also human, you know. I'm not an AI robot or whatever, but just let me know. Is it 60 goals? 60 in how many games? 89 games. I mean, obviously considering Mbappe is a winger naturally, I think those are pretty good statistics. But the problem is that obviously I look at a player like, I know you guys are gonna say I'm glazing. I look at Erling and I think, how is it that a player has more goals in games? Do you understand? How is it that he has more goals than games in the Champions League? I think it's like that. You can fact check that for me, please. How is it that he has more goals than games in the Champions League? 52. In how many games? In 49. 50 games. 50 games. 52 goals. Those are insane numbers.
And he recently scored 50 goals for international in
50 goals. You see, this is why we needed a mic, ladies and gents, because I have people who have ball knowledge here, like right here with me. Yeah?
he has scored 50 international goals
50 international goals.
in 46
in
games.
46 games, 50 international goals in 46 games. Ladies and gents, I don't have to say much about this player because these are abnormal statistics. For a player, you know how hard football is. Football is a very difficult game, and scoring a goal in football isn't as easy as people think it is. But Erling is making it look like it's easy and it's simple because of what he's doing as a striker. I'm rating Erling by the end of his career, and this is a bold claim I'm going to make right now. I think he most probably might go down as the best striker we've seen in the Premier League or English football ever. Ever. Do you understand? Because I can't think of any other striker right now that's putting in the numbers that he is putting in the Premier League. And we have Alan Shearer, who's the highest top scorer in the Premier League, I think with 260 Premier League goals. And I don't know how many goals. Please check how many goals Erling Haaland is sitting on right now. Yeah, in the Premier League. Just say Premier League Erling Haaland goals. But those are insane numbers. You understand? So I could ask the ladies here, but clearly, I mean, they're not tapped in. I mean, they are just spectators, you know? Huh? He's sitting on 86 goals in 98 appearances. Tell me how normal or abnormal that is. 86 goals in 98 appearances, averaging almost a goal a game. Almost a goal a game. So those are insane statistics, guys. So you can't come for me and say, well, I'm glazing, because I'm talking about essentially the best striker in in the world. Maybe an argument. But in the world. Could be the best striker in the world. So if you can name me another player or a striker that is better than Haaland right now, because I know there are Arsenal fans out there who'll be putting Gyökeres, and then there'll be Liverpool fans out there who'll be putting Alexandra Isak and Ekitike as well, Hugo. There'll be Man United fans who'll be putting Benjamin Sesko. I mean, how could you even compare Sesko to Haaland? Some of the United fans, man, I really don't understand, but you have your Chelsea fans right here. This guy right here, I know in his mind, but he just won't say it. He probably thinks João Pedro is better than Haaland. This guy right here. I wish you guys could see him. He probably thinks João Pedro is better than Haaland or Liam Delap. Imagine the insult. I cannot be dealing with such people here in studio all the time. Aye. No, guys. We cannot allow these. You know, Chelsea strikes me like a team that is a one fluke or one hit. I don't know. Chelsea just has a fluke, especially in big tournaments. I'm going to be on that as well because I'm coming for each and everyone now. Chelsea strikes me as a team. Bro, Chelsea has a lot of luck in them, especially in these big tournaments. Number one, I've seen, and I'll tell you this, they're going to play against the weak teams. And I'll start with the 2021 Champions League campaign when they won against us, of course. Yeah, which I think Pep is the reason why we lost that one. But Chelsea, name, have this luck of getting weak teams. Like even in the knockout phase. Yeah. Am I lying, dog? How am I lying? The Club World Cup. Okay, which team would you say is the strongest that you faced, apart from PSG, obviously in the final? Which team would you say, yeah, was the strongest that you faced in the knockout phases?
Okay, first you must understand that Chelsea doesn't select which.
Okay, I get that. Listen, Chelsea doesn't select. Okay, this guy is saying Chelsea doesn't choose who they're playing, which is fair. I get that. But would you agree with me in saying that you guys have always had luck in drawing against your relatively weaker, oppositions and yeah.
I wouldn't say it's luck, but I can say maybe the easiest way.
Huh?
I wouldn't say it's luck.
It's not luck, but the easiest way. I don't understand. What is that, my brother? Is it a blessing or?
It's because of
Aye. Aye.
you did not face Real Madrid,
Ah.
Bayern Munich,
Mm.
like those.
Your tough teams, yeah.
Instead,
And you know what happens when you face your Real Madrid, your Bayern, you always quit, Yeah.
but we faced Brazilian teams, which is
Oh yeah, Brazilian teams. I think the player that you signed, Esteval, was playing for Palmeiras. Yeah, Palmeiras. Yeah, the Brazilian team, Palmeiras. Yeah.
and if you like look at those teams, like those Brazilian teams, it caused a lot of problems for European teams.
Okay.
For example, Man City lost against
Wait, yeah. Yeah.
3-2 or yeah 3-2.
Yeah, we lost against Al Hilal, Saudi team, of course. I think we were still, finding our form, but
Excuse, but so
yeah.
the only challenge before the final that we faced, I think it was Benfica because of it was a
What was the score for that game, the Benfica versus Chelsea game in the Club World Cup?
4-1.
4-1.
Yes, 4-1, and then
You beat them 4-1.
yes,
So guy, these are weak teams.
PSG, a team that recently won the Champions League.
Yeah. No. With the PSG win, my brother, I will give you flowers there. Chelsea, I will give you all Chelsea fans and Chelsea Football Club their flowers. I think obviously we need to give credit where it's due. I think they came prepared for the game, and I think Enzo Maresca was literally just matching PSG pound for pound. I've never seen Chelsea so intense in a game, going for 50-50 tackles like that. Your Cole Palmer's defending and also attacking. Your Pedro Neto was playing very well. I think that is one of the best games I've watched. That is one of the best games Chelsea has played under Enzo Maresca, because I don't recall Chelsea playing that well under Enzo Maresca. And I think you could agree with me as a Chelsea fan. Am I lying? That was one of the best performances that you've probably seen from your team, especially against an opposition of that kind. PSG, who thrashed all English teams, by the way, last season in the Champions League. And I think we need to give credit where it's due, because they played very well. They came with a game plan, and they executed the game plan very well. So would you say that was one of the best performances maybe that you've played against PSG and under Enzo Maresca, of course?
For the first time,
Yeah.
I was impressed
Yeah.
with the starting lineup, the performance, and the score results.
Yeah.
Because of PSG, I can say most
The
of
results.
fans were rooting for PSG to win.
I was one of the fans who were rooting for PSG, by the way, because I thought PSG are gonna back to Limpopo, to Chelsea, but yeah, yeah.
But I was impressed.
You were impressed, ne? No, man. But I have a question for Chelsea fans, though. What are your hopes this season? Given that you guys are the current world champions and you've beaten Paris Saint-Germain, a great team, the great Paris Saint-Germain, Luis Enrique and co. What are your aspirations this season? Do you think Chelsea are going to win the league? Do you think they have what it takes to win the league? Because you recently beat Liverpool as well at Stamford Bridge, which was quite impressive. I watched the game, by the way, and I thought Chelsea played very well. In the middle, I was impressed with Caicedo. I was impressed with your kind of your players, you know your players, man. I think your Chelsea players in the middle. I was impressed with your midfield, essentially, because I thought they did not allow the Liverpool midfield to control the tempo of the game, which was very impressive to see. You understand? Of course, Liverpool would penetrate in some parts of the game, especially in the second half. Mohamed Salah missed a lot of chances, a lot of opportunities, of which I was shocked because a player of his caliber, you would expect him to score goals, especially there was a chance that he received. There's a pass that he got from Florian Wirtz, an impressive pass, by the way. And I thought Salah would tuck it away, but he missed instead. But credit to Chelsea, they won against Liverpool. But what are the aspirations? What are your hopes for this season? I'm going to start with you, bro, because you're right here in studio with us. What are your hopes for Chelsea this season? Do you think they have what it takes to win the league? And do you think they have what it takes to go further, in the Champions League as well and cause problems?
In terms of winning the league, I think I can say 25% they stand a chance. Only if
25% they stand a chance.
if they stay consistent.
Yeah.
If they
Consistency, ne?
is consistency and if they keep their players fit.
Because you lost against Brighton as well. But they were laughing at Man City losing against Brighton, but they got 3-1 at home. I don't understand.
Yes, but
Yeah.
you must check. Also, a red card played a part because of
Yeah.
scored those 3 goals after.
Yeah, but a red card is a part of the game, I get it. So you can't say, no, we got a red card, so it's not an excuse, I get it. Yeah.
The only thing that I'm hoping is that they can stay consistent,
Injury-free.
injury-free.
Because Irish James, I.
Also, Maresca has been.
Yeah.
And also, I'm surprised that it took people to realize how good the midfielder is for Chelsea. Moses Caicedo.
Caicedo is a solid player, yeah.
Because of now, people are starting to realize that Moses
Enzo Fernandez as well. I rate Enzo Fernandez. I think that was a great signing from you guys. Although I don't believe he's worth that amount that you signed him for, but I think he's a great quality player, attacking-wise, and also defensively. I think he's doing pretty well. Yeah.
But as for
Moises Caicedo. Yeah.
that guy,
Do you think does he remind you of N'Golo Kante? Is he a similar type of player to N'Golo Kante, or he still has improvement to make in order to get or reach that level?
I think he's reaching that level. For his age, I think he's only 23, 24.
Yeah, he's still very young. Caicedo still 20, yeah.
He scores a lot of goals.
A lot of goals.
No,
My brother. No.
but compared to Kant,
Yeah.
he does score a lot of goals compared to Kant.
Okay, all right. For time's sake, because we don't have time on our side, my brother. I just want to know, what are the aspirations? Do you think, how far are you going to, which position are you finishing in the league?
Realistically,
Top 4 again.
top 4, yes. But I'm not sure if they will win the league because of Chelsea is a team that is full of surprises. And Champions League, tough.
Champions League is tough. I think we've heard it from the Chelsea fans. I think I like Chelsea fans who are realistic. Unlike, some Man United fans who are very dululu and live in their own world and thinking, they're going to win the league under Ruben Amorim, because it's so embarrassing when you listen to these United fans. And I think, honestly speaking, I think it's an insult to other football clubs when you think Man United is going to finish above your club. Because I think Man United currently this season, and I'm not hating on United. I think United... producer, now you are disturbing my cooking now. You see now, it's a problem now. I'm in. Oh, so I'm about to... Yes. Guys, you see, I've been talking... It's flowing, man. It's here. Okay, I was about to cook. I'm not hating on Man United because there's a whole conception of, Lefa does not like Man United. Of course, I'm a Man City fan. I cannot like United. And I cannot stand the fans because at this point... they should be referred to as the noisy neighbors, because we were referred to as the noisy neighbors back in the day. And I think they are the noisy neighbors. One win, United, we are back. Ruben Amorim is cooking. We're going to do so well in the league. We're going to do so well. I think United, realistically speaking, I don't even want to talk about United at this point. But their highest they'll most probably finish the season. The ghost guy said number 10 is the highest. And also we have a producer here who's an Arsenal fan. And I have a question for him. Just one question, my brother, before we close. Where do you think Arsenal will finish the season and how far are they going to get in the Champions League?
In the league?
Yeah, in the league. Do you think you have what it takes to win the league or you're going to come second again?
Whatever it takes, but I feel like we're going to take second again. But
Second again?
yeah, but hear me out. We're taking second to a different team.
What? Yeah?
I feel like we're taking second to Chelsea this year.
So you're going to finish second in the league and then?
On top, Chelsea.
Chelsea's going to win the league. Yeah. This right here is not an Arsenal fan. And I know you Arsenal fans, you lot out there, I know you guys clearly, this is not real. An Arsenal fan putting Chelsea above them. So you have more faith in Chelsea than Arsenal.
I believe in my team, but I don't feel like we have what it takes yet to reach the top.
With the quality of players you have.
It's not about the quality of players.
You just signed a striker recently in your careers, and you still have Kai Havertz as well, who's going to come back from injury. You have Bukayo Saka, who's back from injury.
You have to look at management and style of play.
So you're not happy with Mikel Arteta? The style of play. Why aren't you happy with the style of play? Because I think he's been doing incredibly well. Like, of course, when he's not parking the bus against City, but yeah.
He's playing beautiful football all night, but then it's not producing end results, you understand?
No end results from Mikel Arteta and Arsenal. I think for me, that's a surprise. You know, Arsenal fans, I think you guys are going to come for him. I didn't say anything about Mikel. I think he's an incredible manager. I think he has what it takes to win the league. But obviously, my 2 cents also matter. My final say, because I'm about to round it up right now. I think in the Premier League right now, as I've said previously, I think Man City will finish first. And then most probably Liverpool will finish second. And then third will most probably be Arsenal. I think Arsenal will finish third because, yeah, I don't think they well, as a football fan, I would love to see a team win the league, a different team, blah, blah, blah. But as a Man City fan, I don't think it would be good for me to witness Arsenal win the league because they need to stay humble, So they need to stay humble at all times. So, yeah. But, yeah. How much time are we on there, bro? Oh, we're on... Okay, yes. Ladies and gents, we have come to the end of our second episode. We had to cut it short today because of the intricacies, the difficulties. The ladies here were spectators. They're distracting me. But there's more that we can cover in the following week. So shout out to our second episode of Late Night VAR. I think it went very well. So I think we can give it a round of applause. I think we're slowly getting there. And if you know you have what it takes as a female co-host, a beautiful female co-host, by the way, I'm going to emphasize on beauty because it's very important. We can't have a female co-host. Okay, yes, because, yeah, people are... I believe that there are female co-hosts out there who know a lot about ball. I know who I have in mind, but I'm not going to say because I don't want to flatter her. But anyways, send an email in the link in the description below, even on the screen. Send an email to us and let us cook. Let us do something special. Let us create some magic. Not that magic, but magic. Ball magic. You understand? Because I'm taken. But anyways. Thank you, guys. Late Night VAR, the only VAR call. The only VAR call that you actually enjoy. I'm still getting used to it. Thank you. Shout out.